I think we could all learn a lot more about different services in our county and what they provide. And one of those services is the libraries. And I'm going to start doing that. This is the first one I'm at. I don't know if it's the oldest one, but it's an old one. It's the Batavia branch library. This library was supposed to close when the Miami Township branch library opened and the administrative offices moved there. I don't have any comment on whether it should close or should have closed, shouldn't have closed, but typical government, it never closed. And it's been, I don't know, it could be almost a decade since the administrative offices moved. Something very similar happened in Mount Washington. I grew up in Mount Washington and Bethel, and the Mount Washington Library was supposed to close when the Anderson one opened, but it never closed. And so this is the Batavia Library, and I'll show you that it used to be the administration building by walking around here, where they have never bothered in, I don't know, if it's not a decade, it's a better part of a decade, a long time. They have never bothered to take down the canopy that says administration. So it's not administration anymore. Administration has moved to the Miami Township branch. One thing I'm curious about is if they have encyclopedias. You know, people know I'm getting on a kick about encyclopedias, and I want to know if they have encyclopedias. The hours at this library are 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday and Tuesday, and then 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday till 5 p.m. So there's different hours by day of the week in sort of blocks of two. One could argue that that's confusing and that there should be a consistent set of hours that's most every day except maybe Sunday. So I'm going to be quiet. But this is the library. Hi there. This is the library in Batavia. I've never actually been in this library, but we're going to do a tour of each county library just to get a flavor of what they have to offer and what's in them. And I'll ask these young ladies here, is this the oldest Clermont County Library?
Yes. It is.
I was outside, started filming, I said, if it's not the oldest, it's got to be close to the oldest.
It's the original branch we've been in.
Yeah, and the administration moved, how many years ago? I thought if it's not a decade, it's the better part of a decade that the administration moved.
The Milford branch was built. Let me see if I can find that one.
Yeah, it's probably not 10 years, but it's probably getting close to 10 years.
She'll check on our website and find out for sure.
So I want to be quiet in here, but let's look and see what, like I said, I've never been in here, and let's see what's, these are called books for people that don't do books anymore. And then, you know, a lot of these libraries to me have become the latter day version of a Blockbuster. So it's free DVD rental, which I think is a waste of, I don't think this is the government's job. Now we're back in the young adult area. Some of the people I know would come in here and look at what these books are and might love them or hate them. And so some kids' books, a lot of kids' books, which makes sense. It's a library. I'm going to come back here. Oh, these are Batavia High School annuals. Copies of the Enquirer. And a bunch of computers. All right, so that's the quick tour of the Batavia Library. Were you successful figuring out when? 2018. So it's 25, so it's 7 years. So basically 7 years in there. And I got a question for you.
Yes.
I've gotten onto a craze myself, and somehow I ended up with, I have 2 full sets of Encyclopedia Britannicas. Do you guys have a set of encyclopedias here?
We have a digital set of encyclopedias. We actually have several sets. They don't publish the
full, you know, the other sets anymore. We don't have
Hi, you ready to
the
take
Okay.
paper set, but you can access that for free.
And what encyclopedia is it? Is it
There's Wilford, I think there's,
the Britannica is like 6 feet worth of books,
yeah.
and you look at the articles and it's like, I don't know that kids could even read them today. They're so in depth.
And it will auto.
You know, 50 pages on photosynthesis. You know.
Look, we have several sets of.
Okay, so my time at the Batavia Village Library is at an end. The ladies in there were super nice to me, super nice. I got set up with a library card. Apparently, I'm one of the 82% of people in Clermont County. They said only 18% of people have cards. I didn't have a card. I now have one. Only 18%. You're paying for it. You should at least have a card. It's very easy to get one and to fill the stuff out. Finally, they do not have a printed set of encyclopedias. I'm going to offer one of my Encyclopedia Britannicas, 6 feet long encyclopedias, to the Clermont County Libraries to have somewhere, because I think they're very interesting to look at history. The sets I have, one's from 1991, one's from 1994. It's interesting how much deeper they are than what we have now, but also to be able to read history as it was in 1991 and 1994 that hasn't been edited, it hasn't been Wikipedia'd, it hasn't been woked, at least from that time period of 1991, 1994. We'll see if the library takes me up on it, but thanks to the nice ladies inside who were nothing but cordial to me, helped me out, and made it a very pleasant experience here at the Batavia Village Library.